Right guys, so as you know, we're rebuilding it. We've done the light, we've done everything. The only thing we've got left to do is put this bumper on. So the reason it's been delayed on content and everything was I did buy another bumper from another scrapyard who we got the rad pack from, and I've had back and forth with them in order to try to get the bumper refunded. So what they had done was when they took the bumper off the car, they've used too much force and they've ripped all this part off and that part there. And what I didn't do was check it properly whilst we were there. So I had no choice but to either bite the bullet and get a new bumper. So I started looking for a new bumper, and these bumpers are extortions. However, I found this one up near Leeds area. And this one was extremely cheap. It was cheaper than the first one we bought. This one was only £95. So it is a massive, massive saving from the original one we bought. Obviously, I had to travel up there to go get it, but it wasn't an issue because I needed to go further up towards London anyway. So I just stopped in the way and then went to London and came back. But I did manage to get the other bumper refunded after about 5 or 6 days back and forth messages being ignored. I decided, right, enough's enough. If you're going to ignore me, I'm just going to pop down, see you at the scrapyard. I took the bumper down, went down to the scrapyard, was told they'll be refunded. They took the bumper off me, told me they'd refund me. I've got to come back. I've got to take the bumper and come back once they've processed whatever they need to process. I just refused. I said, no, you had more than enough time to do what you need to do. I went, here's the bumper. I'm not taking the bumper back with me. Half an hour later, they managed to refund me. And they did apologise and stuff, so I'm not going to massively slate them. The customer service could have been better, but I did get refunded, and that's all I'm bothered about. So we've got the new bumper. This one's in a lot better condition. As you can see there, we've got all our grills intact, our fog lights, everything. And then at the front of the bumper, if I show you the condition, this bumper is in brilliant condition. And it might have just been luck that it was ready for me, because when I went to go pick it up, the guy who was selling the bumper, that's just dirt. The guy who was selling the bumper did say to me he'd only just stripped it from an Astra that following day. So everything's ready. Now we need to get the bumper fitted. In order to fit the bumper, we've got screws across the top here. We've got that will clip into this area on the wing across there, and then we've got screws going down the arch liner across there. Both sides. We do have a few lights to plug in, so that goes into the fog lights. We've got this, which is off the that's a broken grill, but this just pops out of the back like that on there. So if I just pop that one down ever so slightly, so I can't push that tab down, but what you do is push that down and that comes off, and the sensor itself is just located there on this bumper. So I'll just plug in from there to there. We'll plug our lights in there. And then we've got the other wiring. Luckily, there's no wiring damage on this car. Where is it there? So, it should just be a matter of put it on. And since our top bar wasn't damaged, shouldn't be a lot of adjustment. Obviously, our bonnet wasn't damaged. So when it all goes up, it should just line up like perfect together. I'll have to tidy up them. And then you can see stuff like this where it's torn away. But all I have to do here is just from underneath unscrew all this, and that is the part there. So this part on the old bumper just snapped off and it went onto there. Now someone did message me regarding the wiring over here. They said that this was on YouTube. They said that the wiring I've done is wrong and the car's not firing up because I've wired it wrong. It should go into the gearbox. So if we just show you the engine, obviously that's the engine. I believe that's part of the gearbox going backwards like that. But the cable in question, how can it be wrong when, if you look here, the cable's only a few meters long itself. Now, fair enough, it might go through that and I haven't put it through that. I need to put it through that. Yeah, could be. That's obviously some sort of sensor. But how is this cable supposed to reach down to there or anywhere further back and attach onto the gearbox? The car's firing up. The car's firing up perfectly fine. It's got no issues. It's starting up. It's holding the coolant level. So surely that cable's supposed to be there. And then why have they got them 3 nuts there if it's not supposed to be there? Do you know what I mean? So I've got another Astra coming in. A friend of mine that's coming in for a service, I believe. But I've got another Astra coming, which is a customer's, and that's coming in for some engine work. So I am going to look at either one of the Astras and just double check this wire. If ours needs to go through there, I will correct it. But I need to see that first. Hi guys. So what it is I've had someone on YouTube show me, well, comment and say that the way I put the battery cable back on was wrong. It needs to go round to the gearbox and go on the back of the housing. So I've got another Astra in, just to show that I've done it right. And as you can see there, this isn't the same Astra as ours to start with, it's blue. But the cable in question is this one here. So when I've done our one, I haven't put it through this little sensor thing here. I've put it over the top, which I've done wrong. So I'll need to undo it and do that again. But if you look carefully, you can actually see the cable. So it goes round here, underneath there. That's the cable there. So it goes underneath and straight up into that. And then it doesn't, oh, it's got the smaller cable there as well. As you can see, there's one coming that way, which is our thin, that small one we had, and that's a big one. And that goes straight through like that. So I did actually bolt our one back onto there. As you can see there, it's got 1, 2, and 3. This one goes onto the bottom. Our one went onto the middle. But again, our car was then starting and driving. This one had no issues. This hasn't even come to me for this. It's come to me for a simple brake pad and discs change. I thought while it was here, let me just check the cable. And I'll make a quick video to show that I did do it right. The only thing I've done wrong is with that, and we will correct it, and I'll show you on the other on the other car. And just like that, the Astra is looking like an Astra again. So we've got the bumper. I need to go underneath and plug the fog lights in and the ambient air temperature sensor. There just wasn't enough room to do it from there. So I'm going to go underneath and come upwards and do that. And I still need to bolt it in. But as you can see, the fitment is perfect. So we've got all... The line there does look a bit off. So if I do go upwards a little bit, it does look like it's not bang on, but it really is. On camera, it looks like it's not. On camera, it looks like this side here is touching, but it widens up, but it really doesn't. It just looks like that on camera. I think it's to do maybe with the angle or something, I don't know. But it's really not. I've checked it and I've measured it and it's perfect. It's 100% fine. However, the bumper still isn't on perfectly. We've got lines of fan that just needs pushing in properly and needs screwing in upwards like that. And then the arch liner needs screwing in. And the same on this side, because I haven't done it on this side yet either. So I'm going to go ahead, get that buttoned up. The bonnet is nice and smooth as well. So it's like all level, all the way across. It wasn't, but there are two adjusters. So there's like an adjuster here on this side, and there's an adjuster here on this side. And just twist it up and down to get the level right. But main thing is, the car looks like a car. So I'm going to go ahead, get the bumper closed up, and then I'll show you it all working. And just like that, we've got one front bumper on, completely buttoned up, and we've got the front end looking like a car again. As you can see there, lights are working. We'll go around to this side. Lights working, and if we go to the inside of the car, car's still in the warming up phase, as you can see, but usually they overheat straight away if they've got any leaks in the radiator. So we've got no leaks. We've got, I don't know if we've got any fault codes, actually we'll have to check that now. And then if we go over to there, we've got our ambient air temperature, which means this car should be fixed. Well, sort of fixed. Still got a bit to go before I can put it on for sale, but fire it up. Yes! Just like that, we've got no fault codes, everything's clear. So, what does that mean? It means that we need to get this car valeted, we need to get it pictured up, and get it put on for sale. And the car is absolutely pitted on the inside. We've got all them broken parts, none of which we touched. We've got bloody food and that in there. Got rubbish down there. We've got a bit of money though, so the car's going to be costing us a bit less now because we've got what? How much have we got there? We've got 2. I think that's a 5p, so it's a pop. That's a penny. So we've got 2, 4. Where's it gone? Sorry, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's down there? 8. So that's 8p the car's paid back so far. But it gave us a fucking nightmare trying to get it all sorted. And we've got all the parts in there. We've got a bisque. We've got bloody monkey. got USB port and I think it's got aux as well. Yeah, it's an aux cable there as well. It's got rubbish down there. So I think the next step's going to be, let's get this outside into fresh air and start valeting and out and see if there's anything else wrong with the car that comes apart, like interior wise. But bodywork wise, we've got nothing to worry about. All the fault codes have gone. It's holding its temperature, so the front end's finally buttoned up. Car is looking like a car again.